Hey everybody, Yogi here. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. I think I'm still in Milwaukee County, but not for long. I just turned onto Highway 24, otherwise known as Janesville Road. And there are a couple of things that I want to, it's kind of like a memory lane episode. There's two places that I know of that I want to film today. That no longer exist, but were part of my growing up. And I wanted to just see, I haven't been down this section of road in quite a long time, so I don't even know what's changed. It's been years since I've driven down this part of Highway 24. So we're gonna just take 24 for a while. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate you all. Please give this episode a like. Very important to the YouTube algorithms. Hype this video if you'd like. We just crossed into Washington County. We just crossed into Waukesha County. Please give this episode a like, share, comment, and subscribe. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you really like what I'm doing and would like to support these adventures, become a member on either YouTube or Patreon. All right, there is a quick trip. I do not remember that being there. Whoa, hold on a second. Is this the first place I was looking for? Wow, I think it is. Okay, so just coming into Muskego. Yeah, I think that was it. So there's a quick trip here now. I don't remember this quick trip being here. Bear with me, folks, but I'm pretty sure this is the first area that I am, oh, I can't even get out of here. I gotta go through the car wash if I stay there. Okay, so let's, is there a way out over here? Yeah, things have changed a lot, but the first place that I would like to talk about is the old Highway 24 drive-in. And I believe that drive-in, was right in this area right here. The old 24 Outdoor Drive-In, I believe, used to be right off of Janesville and College Avenue. Now, if anybody is watching this and would like to correct me, I did see a couple of movies there at the old 24 Outdoor. Again, comment below if you know this area and remember the 24 Outdoor Theater. But I'm pretty sure it was right in this area here where those homes are back there. That's where the old 24 Outdoor Theater was. The sad thing about the 24 Outdoor and a lot of these places, now the 41 Twin that was down in Franklin on 27th Street, there's a marker commemorating that there was the 41 Twin. To my knowledge, there is no marker commemorating that the area that I just showed you was the 24 Outdoor Theater Drive-In in Muskego, or just as you head into Muskego. My gas here in Muskego, $4.19. I've seen it as low as $3.99, but now it's $4.19. I don't know why. This little area was called Test Corners. My dad used to work for a place called Amco Metal, and they would have picnics A lot of companies would have picnics here. There is no downtown area that I know of. I mean, for all I know, this could be the downtown area right here. I'm kind of distracted because I'm kind of looking around, just trying to see if I can remember anything. That building was familiar. Yeah, it's changed so much. My gosh. There's the Muskego Public Library on the left. National Auto, milk can hamburgers, and frozen custard. Now, I kind of remember this area. I remember there being a strip mall in this area here. That's gone. Pick and Save, I remember that being there. And I'm really hoping the area that I'm looking for, an old school building, was there it is. Okay, it's still there. Now, when I noticed, when I was a kid, my first sign that we were close to DandiLoin Park was this school right here. It's apartments now, but it's an old school. And right on the other side of this school was DandiLoin Park. And you could see Tailspin, the roller coaster back in the day. You could see it sticking out. So in this area here, right here, this is where DandiLoin Park was. And I believe I see the sign. So this area right here is where DandiLoin Park once stood. Now, crossing the road will be interesting. And here's the sign. Muskego Beach Amusement Park. Muskego Beach was one of the highest class of amusement park. Rides like Bubble Bounce, Screwball, Dodge 'em, Tailspin, Wild Mouse, Walking Charlie, and other attractions filled the air with excitement and thrills. During its peak, 250,000 people, young and old, would visit the park each summer. John C. Schuett opened the Muskego Lake House Hotel and Store in 1861 and developed the park for picnicking, fishing, boating, swimming, and dancing. William Bozhart bought the park in 1928, and then Charles Rose built the largest roller coaster in the Midwest with a drop of 75 feet at Muskego Beach. New rides, an arcade and ballroom were added, and a bathing beach was enlarged. Bozhart died in 1943, and his wife sold the park to Rose in 1945. Muskego Beach was operated as DandiLoin Park by Willard Masterson from 1968 until closing in May of 1978. Carousel number 15 was moved to California and placed in July of 1991 at Puente Hills Mall. So there you go. There's your sign. This all used to be DandiLoin Park right here. Man, the memories I had, my dad, we would come here every single summer for his company picnic. I don't know if there's anything even left on these grounds, to be honest with you. I mean, there used to be a pavilion. That's kind of sad. 1978. Almost 50 years already. Since DandiLoin Park. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but there was a death here. A child fell from the Ferris wheel. Apparently they were rocking the Ferris wheel and shouldn't have been rocking the Ferris wheel, and they ended up The one child ended up dying. He fell out of the Ferris wheel. So yeah, it's a private drive. And fell to his death. I'm trying to think of when that was. Maybe 1974, 75. Yeah, there's nothing left here. It's too bad. I know the Historical Society has some things. They actually have the sign from the Tailspin there, and some tickets and other stuff. Unfortunately, I'm here on a Sunday, so I don't think it's open. I'll look it up, and if it is, I'd love to go there and see it. But yeah, this here is where DandiLoin Park used to be. There is footage online, like 8mm footage of DandiLoin Park. You could look it up, just do a search, DandiLoin Park, Muskego. But man, I used to love coming here. Yeah, I kind of wish we had an 8mm camera or something and did some filming back in the day of DandiLoin Park. It's really cool. You know, it's obviously the footage that's online is very grainy. It's, you know, it's the 70s, it's 8mm, but at least there is that memory that I can go online and watch that and just kind of be like, yeah, I've been there. The official reasoning was that Marriott's Great America in Gurnee, Illinois opened up and kind of killed their business, which I don't know. I mean, it's pretty far away. It's not like Great America was right down the road. Great America was probably, oh, I don't know, 70 miles away, 80 miles away. I think there used to be on Racine Avenue here, like historical buildings or a historical area. And I'm gonna check this out real quick to see if I'm imagining things or did it actually used to be here. Yeah, I thought there was a bunch of historical buildings here on Racine Avenue. Alpine Lanes, Kids Campus University. Oh, there's a Muskego water tower in the background. Yeah, right up here. Is the Muskego Historical Society right there. Unfortunately, they are not open, but that's where they have some artifacts from DandiLoin Park. This is the old Muskego Settlement Center. It says established 1976. Let's check out some of these buildings here. That's a newer building. Some of these are original and some of them are reproductions. I wonder if the Tailspin sign's in there. Oh, if I can only see inside. Frosted windows, can't see inside. Oh, that makes me sad. There's an old outhouse. Mill Valley Schoolhouse. Look at that. That's pretty neat, huh? They still got the bell up there. Apparently you can scan a barcode and learn more. Right there, if you want to scan that barcode and learn more, you can. I bet you the Tailspin sign's in there. I bet you it is. Oh, they have windows. Well, we can look in. Okay, there's, I don't know what else you can see in there. Kind of trying to cover it up a little bit so you can see inside. Looks pretty old in there. What else we got here? An old water pump. Nice. Can you mess with it? You can, but it doesn't pump water. Okay, an old home. Woolman House Restoration, Eagle Scout Project of Elliot Bognar, Troop 19 Muskego, 2017. Ooh, rickety porch. I don't know if you can see in there, folks. The windows look pretty frosted. Yeah, you can't see in there. There's a trail that comes through here. Okay. Now we're going to check this out. Welcome to Old Settlement Center. Welcome to Old Settlement Center Park. This park was created in 1976 by the City of Muskego and the Muskego Historical Society to celebrate our nation's bicentennial. It was intended to honor the early settlers of Muskego and to preserve the memories of their agrarian lifestyle. The buildings you see here are either historically original or reproductions to show how the early residents of Muskego lived. The buildings are maintained by the members of Muskego Historical Society and open for viewing to the public on special occasions or by appointment. And it says you can contact them by going to www.muskegohistory.org. Oh, okay. This sign at least you can read. That other one was falling apart. Oh, look at this. Research room is open every second Sunday. Today's Sunday, but is it the right Sunday? What do we see in there? I can't really tell. It looks like bathrooms and it looks like a kitchen. So apparently this is the old Muskego Town Hall. There's a picture of it right there. We got a storyboard right here. Muskego's only town hall was built in 1921 for community purposes. From 1842, town meetings and elections were held in homes, schoolhouses, and saloons. Here also were farm and legion meetings, social, Sunday school, library, graduations, first aid and cooking classes, anniversaries. It was interim city hall 1964 to 72. It was restored by the Muskego Fine Arts Association 1976. Tell you what, the spelling needs work. Well, that's the old Muskego Town Hall right there. Muskego Little Prairie Church. See if we can see inside of there. Looks pretty, looks like you can kind of see in there. I see some pews. And then we've got a trading post right over here. So that only that one building had a QR code. None of these other buildings have a QR code. I don't know if there's any windows on this building. My guess would be no. So that was a trading post, and then on the side here, the general store. Got some old farm equipment here. All right, and over here, there's a totem pole. Right there. It says totem pole. Mystical, well, they have a QR code for this. If you want to scan it, there it is. The totem pole. Mystical, awesome, ghoulish, seemingly purposely foolish. Northwest Coast Indian style is used to call attention to the Potawatomi Indian significance to Muskego's history. Remote references to their appearances, habits, and customs are found in the Raven, excuse me. Chief's wife, beaver, chief, sunfish, muskrat, bear, and frog. Who can read a totem pole? Anyone who can read a mind or read weather signs in the clouds, but recognize would be a better word. Oh. Pretty interesting, huh? There's a frog, fish, face. All right, there's the totem pole. And that is pretty much all that is here on this property. There is a flag. A couple of markers, I think. American Legion. Yeah, Muskego American Legion post. There's a flag. For anybody who wants to know where this is, it's right on Racine Avenue, just south of Highway 24. All right, let's get back in the car and see what else Highway 24 has to offer. Still on Highway 24 right here. Look at this. Oh yeah. It is so overgrown, I'm not even going to get close to that. Look at that beauty. Very, very, I barely saw it from the road. Oh man, look at all this crap. I mean stuff. Yeah, nobody's lived here for quite a while. And it's so overgrown, I'm not even going to go anywhere back there. Yeah, this is as good as we're going to get. It's better than nothing. At least we found one. Get a little bit closer there. Yeah, it's been probably decades. I think the last time somebody lived here, DandiLoin Park was still in operation, and they closed in 1978. So right there, that's the old Muskego School. And right over here is where DandiLoin Park would have been. They have the craziest parking here in Muskego. Not a fan. They have all these storyboards on Highway 24 here, Janesville Road. But the problem is, there's nowhere to park to read them. You have to like walk a block just to read it. There's no parking, obviously, on Janesville Road. So again, there's Muskego School. That's apartments right now. And right over here is where DandiLoin Park used to be. And there is a storyboard All right, so it says, do I smell pizza burgers? This property was originally platted to Anson Taylor by President Martin Van Buren in 1840, then subsequently sold to William Pratt in 1854, thus being platted as part of Plattsburgh in 1856. In 1866, this property was sold to John Schuett, who pioneered Muskego Beach. In 1925, this property was sold to Muskego Beach Amusement Company, which subdivided the land into the Muskego Beach Park Edition and became known as lots 19, 20, and 21. In 1938, the original buildings were constructed and operated as a seasonal soda fountain, general store, and year-round home by Gilbert and Grace Roos. In 1946, two childhood friends, Paul Mus DeAngelis and Hugh Russ McGrody, returning from serving in World War II, decided to go in business together, purchasing this property with the first VA loan issued in the state of Wisconsin. That's interesting. The original restaurant specialized in homemade custard, burgers, and hot dogs, but was soon changed to a drive-in restaurant format, giving birth to the Big Three Drive-In. The ever-enterprising pair held other jobs as the restaurant started out as only seasonal. In 1953, the forward-thinking friends invented the genuine pizza burger sandwich. And it's got a trademark. They incorporated this new venture before starting a long history of genuine pizza burger sandwich franchising and creation of the pizza burger seasoning. The often imitated, never duplicated genuine pizza burger sandwich sold coast to coast, including Canada. At one point, over 1,500 accountants served the genuine pizza burger sandwich. This family-owned business was overseen from a one-room stone structure built around an original outdoor barbecue area. The Big Three Drive-In thrived throughout the 1950s and 60s, serving locals and visitors to Muskego Beach / DandiLoin Park, as well as to cruisers and musicians, deeming the drive-in the place to hang out. In the mid-1970s, Paul bought out his longtime partner Russ, changing the drive-in to a family-style restaurant. Muskego Restaurant continued to operate until 1993, when the DeAngelis family decided to sell this property. Following the sale, this property was home to a butcher shop, daycare, and floral boutique. Pizza burgers may no longer be served on this site, but Pizza Burger System Inc. is proud to remain a part of the Muskego fabric, successfully managed by the second and third generations. And there's what it looked like. Look at that. Wow. Very nice. So what I forgot to mention about Muskego is that it's a city in Waukesha County. As of the 2020 census, the city has a population of 25,032. Man, this place is blown up. I guess we'll pull into the parking lot here and do some demographics and notable people at this pick and save. Let's do some demographics and notable people real quick, shall we? The name Muskego is derived from the Potawatomi Indian name for the area, Muskegowuk, meaning sunfish. The Potawatomi were the original inhabitants of Muskego. Muskego is the 5th largest community in Washington County and has a large Norwegian American population. There are 3 lakes within the city's boundaries. We talked about it earlier, but Muskego Beach Amusement Park from 1861 to 1967, later known as DandiLoin Park, 1968 to 1977, was a popular amusement park located on the southern bank of Little Muskego Lake. Charles Rose, operator of Wisconsin State Fair Park, purchased Muskego Beach Amusement Park from Mrs. William Bozhart in 1944. After World War II, he reopened it. The park included rides, games of chance, the Tailspin wooden roller coaster, which was built in 1955 and was a venue for musical bands. Charles Rose died in 1963, and 5 years later, Willard Masterson purchased the park. He renamed it DandiLoin Park and added more amusement rides. In 1974, an 11-year-old boy fell from the Ferris wheel and died. Peak population 2020, 25,032. The racial makeup of the city, 97.2% white, 0.3% African American, 0.2% Native American, 0.9% Asian, 0.4% from other races, and 1% from 2 or more races. Hispanic or Latino, 2.3% of the population. Median age of the city, 42. Gender makeup of the city, 49.3 male and 50.7 female. Median income for a family, $69,722. Males had a median income of $49,386 versus $30,714 for females. About 1% of families and 1.6% of the population were below the poverty line, including 1.9 of those under age 18 and 2.8 of those 65 and older. Notable people. Let's see, what do we got here? Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna butcher this one. Andrija Novakovic, born 21st of September 1996, is an American professional soccer player who plays as a forward for the Italian Serie C club Reggiana. He was born here in Muskego. And that's going to do it for notable people from Muskego. We had one. One is better than none. All right, folks, I am leaving Milk Can hamburgers and frozen custard. And let me tell you something. I did a separate food review that I'm going to upload onto the channel. Do not miss that food review. I had one of the best burgers I've ever had from that establishment. And that's the first time I've ever been there. It was that good. If you want to know what I had, watch the episode because it was that good. Where's Haunchyville? I want to look for Haunchyville. For those of you who don't know, I'm still in Muskego, by the way. Haunchyville is a area where apparently midgets live, according to the lore, and it's guarded by a gentleman with a shotgun who will shoot you if you go on the property. The problem is, if you go to this area, there's a good chance you'll be arrested. There's Danny Haskell's. I don't know where it is. I'm not even going to look for it. But I think that's going to do it for Muskego, Wisconsin. It was nice coming back here and reliving some memories. The old 24 outdoor, especially DandiLoin Park. I loved that place when I was a kid. I didn't go there like 20 times a season. I probably went there 4 times, 5 times, but I loved that place. And I was so sad when it closed down. I actually was doing some research on DandiLoin Park last night because I was kind of thinking of coming out here. And there's not a whole lot of information. There's some pretty good, there's a lot of pictures and some video, like I said, on YouTube. You can watch some video on DandiLoin Park. It's spelled DandiLoin. From the outskirts of Muskego in Waukesha County. This is Yogi. If you liked this episode, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Very important to the YouTube algorithms. Please hype the video. You can hype videos now. That helps with the YouTube algorithm as well. Tailspin Bar and Grill, are you kidding me? They got the old Tailspin sign there. Oh man, it's not the actual Tailspin sign, but it says Tailspin Bar and Grill on that place. And it looked like what the Tailspin sign looked like. That was kind of cool. That is cool that they're still utilizing the names, you know. Here's another one. Tailspin what? What is this now? Tailspin Tavern. What the heck? two places that are using the Tailspin logo. Very interesting. Yeah. Maybe it's the same owner. I'm assuming it's the same owner. Tailspin Tavern. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this episode. Hype. Comment. I'll heart your comment usually, or I'll respond to your comment, but you'll at least get a heart from my comments for the most part. You know, comment. I look forward to hearing what you folks have to say. Until the next episode, folks, I'm Yogi, and I'm out of here. And just as I was ending this video, I turned a corner onto National Avenue and saw this. A couple of abandoned properties next to each other. Wow. I wonder why they're both abandoned. It's kind of a cool little area here. Beloit Road is right there. This is National. And there's like these abandoned shops. And I think that's a bar down the road. I wonder if there was a fire there, because it looked like they were chopping through the ceiling. I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like there was a fire, but then again, I don't see any burn, you know, any char. But all the windows are boarded up. So you got that one, and then right next to it, you got this one. Yeah, this is National Avenue, just west of Beloit Road. I wonder why they're abandoned. Comment below if you know why.